As the environment is changing and everything around us is evolving in some ways or the other, be it lifestyle, preferences, or everything else, speaking of the human lifestyle, it has evolved a lot over the past years as people now are more health conscious and are basically aimed at living a better healthy life. However, living a healthy life can be bought with money, to be precise. It comes with a change in one's personal habits, behavior, mental state, and food they consume. Hence, all of that needs to be balanced to see the results. Which has led to the people adopting a healthy lifestyle and have shifted towards veganism and vegetarianism. To be precise, there's no majority yet, but the change is real. There are still many who are not yet ready to part with their favorite meats, which gave rise to the production of healthier meat substitutes. Meat substitute will taste and feel the same as meat. Fascinating, right? Now that raises many questions, but the biggest one of them all is, how are the meat substitutes made that make them look and taste exactly like meat? Well, watch this video till the end to find out. Hey guys, welcome to another exciting video from our channel, How's It Made? In this video today, we take you through the process of how meat substitutes are made. But before we jump into the video, if you're new here, please consider subscribing to our channel. Also hit the bell icon to get a notification whenever we upload a new video. That said, let's begin. What are meat substitutes? Artificial meat, also called meat substitute or simulated meat, is food that approximates the aesthetic and chemical properties of certain types of meat. Some meat analogs rely on one or more flavoring agents. Well, are meat substitutes healthier than meat? According to new research funded by the National Institutes of Health, the answer is yes. It found that artificial meat is a good source of fiber, folic acid, and iron, and contains less saturated fat than ground beef. Hence, let us take a look at the types of varieties of meat substitutes. Tofu. Tofu is nothing but a classic meat substitute that has been one of Asia's basic sources of nutrition for centuries. To be precise, this meat substitute is notably considered a low-calorie protein source. Speaking of tofu's versatility, it's because it easily absorbs the aroma of spices and marinades. The versatile meat substitute is made by grinding soybeans in water, heating them, and condensing them with minerals such as calcium or magnesium salts. And then the curd is then pressed into blocks and sold as tofu. To be precise, tofu is made from soaked soybeans and mashed into a smooth puree with water. After that, the puree is filtered to separate the hard fiber component from the liquid component. The liquid is then heated to just below the boiling point and condenses, which solidifies the liquid contents in a similar way to make cheese. As the above-mentioned process is performed, the tofu is then pressed into a plate shape and the remaining solid matter, ordinarily called okara or soybeans, is dehydrated and used as minced meat, chunks, or meat slices. Soy protein. Soy nuggets made from soy protein are basically very cheap ingredients and are easy to prepare. Speaking facts, they're composed of dehydrated soybeans, and once mixed with water, they can be used as meat substitute in almost any dish. Soybeans are most regularly sold in the form of chunks, patties, or balls. As a result, these many more options make soy an ideal alternative for burgers, meatballs, meatloaf, meat sauce, or chili meat sauce. Explaining the making process, soy protein isolate powder is made from defatted soybean flakes, washed with alcohol or water to remove sugar and dietary fiber, and then they are dehydrated and turned into powder. Besides, the product contains very little fat and no cholesterol. Tempeh. Tempeh is a traditional and popular Indonesian food made from fermented soybeans. Similar to the production of cheese, tempeh uses special bacterial cultures to break down the proteins in beans, making them particularly easy to enter the human digestive system. However, as a matter of fact, tempeh contains an average of 20% protein and high fiber content, making it an ideal choice for a balanced diet. No discussing the making of this meat substitute, tempeh is made by soaking soybeans overnight and then boiling. No discussing the making of this meat substitute, tempeh is made by soaking soybeans overnight and then boiling them with or without the shell for 30 minutes. And then the excess water is drained, placed on the tray, and is inoculated with a piece of tempeh or Rhizopa's hypo spray. Then let the beans ferment at a room temperature for 1 to 2 days or at 30 to 32 degrees Celsius. Whereas during the fermentation process, the white mold mycelium covers the beans and glues them together to form a solid sheet and are later cut into smaller pieces. Wheat protein or seitan. Stating facts, seitan is a protein contained in wheat. Easy to season and prepare, and with a consistency similar to meat. Gluten is a popular meat substitute and has been the main ingredient of Asian cuisine for thousands of years. It's made by washing wheat flour dough with water until all starch particles are removed, leaving only wheat gluten. However, it obtains its meat quality by boiling, baking, or steaming the dough. seitan is used in a wide range of products including cold cuts, sausages, and steaks. Following the process, most of the fat and ash are removed from the wheat flour produced by the wheat milling process. After being ground into flour, wheat gluten is separated from starch through one of several processes. Lupin protein. Like soybeans, lupins are legumes rich in protein. Lupin is considered to be one of the future meat substitutes. In Europe, the cultivation of lupin is particularly sustainable and easy to achieve because of the favorable climate in Europe. Products containing lupin protein include patties, kebabs, and sausages. You can buy these at most organic food stores, vegetarian supermarkets, and online stores. Green spelt. Green spelt is a kind of wheat and one of the oldest cultivated grains. The green spelling is the name of the spelt grain harvested at half ripe. After harvest, it's roasted and dried to extend its shelf life. This process gives the spelling a particularly strong flavor and makes it easy to digest. Historically, green spelt wheat has a particularly high B vitamin content, as well as a large amount of magnesium and phosphorus. Bruised grains and semolina made of green spelling are a good basis for vegetarian and vegan patties and meatballs. Discussing the making process, ground green spelt wheat is made from immature spelt wheat, dried and coarsely ground on a beechwood fire. Oat flakes. Undoubtedly, oat flakes can be used to make the delicious dish. Stating the benefits, oat flakes is an ideal source of zinc and iron and can be bought at an affordable price in any supermarket or discount store. As a result, it provides a slow and steady supply of complex carbohydrates which can prevent hunger and promote fat loss. In addition, it's an increasingly popular source of protein and can even be made into brushed oat flakes, which is a substitute for brushed pork. When producing oat flakes, the whole raw material is first softened then flattened, and next they are cut into small pieces and are transported for sale. Black beans. Black beans are a rich source of protein and fiber. It's said that the darker the bean, the more anthocyanins it contains. This natural plant colorant is an effective antioxidant. If it's a cooked product, wash the beans, blanch them, and put them in cans, brine, or other sauces. Next, the can is sealed and placed in a can that still uses high pressure and high temperature. After canning, you will get the finished product shelf-stable canned beans. Chickpeas. To start with, chickpeas have more protein than many types of meat, provide a lot of iron, and have a calcium content similar to milk. Now, speaking about the making process, once the pods containing the beans turn yellow and mature, the chickpea fields can be harvested. Once they approach this stage, the field primarily resembles any field full of wheat. Similar to wheat, they can be harvested with a combined harvester. Pea protein. Peas are one of many other plant-based sources of protein, and they have recently opened up for themselves as a meat substitute. The products on the market that use peas as raw materials are made from vegetables, pea protein, and various spices. They contain a lot of protein and iron and are low in fat and carbohydrates. Although there are more and more meat substitutes made from pea protein, for now they're mainly found in vegan supermarkets. What is pea protein isolate made of? Pea protein isolate is usually made from yellow peas grown in North America or Europe. The production of pea protein isolate occurs through a basic food production process that involves removing the husks of peas and grinding them into flour. And that brings us to the end of the video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more exciting and informative videos like this one. Until next time.